Someone has to stop this nonsense. JoJo is dancing really badly. Someone has to help him urgently. Now let's talk a little bit about JoJo, which absurdly still manages to stay on the agenda. He must be really crazy, JoJo Siwa. California is on fire. Tens of thousands of innocent people's lives have been turned upside down, at risk of losing their homes, their memories, even their loved ones. But guess what JoJo Siwa is thinking about? Expensive music video costumes. Yes, that's right. As the fire alarms go off, JoJo's priority is to buy as many expensive, flashy, shiny costumes as she can fit in her car. As people race against time to save their children's photos, family heirlooms, and mementos, JoJo fills her car with clothes as if she were on a fashion shoot. One would expect that in such a situation you would show a little empathy, that you would be aware of what is going on around you. But no, she goes back home and continues to collect more personal souvenirs, as if she was on a shopping trip. It's a pity that you, a 21-year-old girl, don't think about these things. People are forced to leave their homes with tears in their eyes, never to return. Is that so hard to understand? Apparently for JoJo, this is not a disaster, but a content opportunity on TikTok. While fire alarms play in the background music, the evacuation process is a new content topic. And there's more. He is so uncaring that he shares a video of him and his girlfriend holding hands and walking around. People are trying to reach their loved ones. They couldn't even save their pets. They are struggling with the angle, and you are still talking about sharing romantic moments. What kind of disconnection is this? What kind of lack of empathy? And he makes a statement. All my legal documents and family hard drives are safe. But JoJo, it's not just your documents. Do you realize how your neighbors, the thousands of people living in that area, burned to death? Do you care what they were able to save? No, of course not. Because this is about your personal safety, your clothes, and your brand. Don't think everything is a stage show. It must be really painful to be so superficial, to be so insensitive. This is a disaster, not a PR stunt. People are in a struggle between life and death. Be realistic. Think about people. You have to realize that the world is not just your spotlight. At the beginning of the clip, JoJo writhes like a spider on the floor, bringing her leg up to her shoulder. What the fuck is this? Are we in a horror movie? She moves like Samara. You open the music video and it's like we're in the Ring trailer. What did you want to say with such a disturbing intro, JoJo? Are you gonna be scary? Funny? Because it's neither. Two teddy bears are putting clothes on JoJo. What's that? Stop right there, JoJo Siwa. What logic is this scene? It looks like the bears are fondling you. Is that normal? We don't know if you're shooting a music video or an R-rated movie. You think, how ridiculous is this scene? He spins like a Beyblade to attack his opponent. What's this? Did you spin yourself into a spinning top? Then he catches a punch on the ground between his legs. Wow, JoJo Siwa, the fighting master. He's not a black belt, he's fighting a cartoon character. Whoever came up with choreography like that should quit right now. Have you ever seen two enemies fighting to the death licking each other's neck? I haven't. But JoJo Siwa has. What kind of fight scene is this? It's preposterous. I don't know if we're watching a fight or a ridiculous parody. A fight is fierce. This is like a weird dance show. Having lost the fight, JoJo suddenly puts on a vest brought by a fighter and gains magical powers. Pink lights shoot out of his fists. What just happened? We're in the Dragon Ball universe? Are you really going with such an unedited scene? Is it really that easy to get powers? During the fight, JoJo headbutts his enemy in the testicles. Yeah, you heard right. That's martial arts? He's knocking his opponent's testicles to the ground with a big blow. JoJo, is this your victory strategy? It's embarrassing to watch. Seriously, I feel sorry for the opponent. This scene is so unnecessary and pointless. Is this a fighting clip, or is this a ridiculous video game? Taking down enemies with ray shields? Are you mocking our sense of reality? It's like an old PlayStation game animated. You think it's cool with some effects on it? It's not. Then he picks up a stick and starts dancing around like Harry Potter. JoJo, what is this? Are you making a music video? Or did you audition at wizarding school? You don't become a fighter by holding a stick and gliding around the stage. Seriousness has been destroyed in this scene. In one scene, JoJo grabs her enemy's hair and jumps on him like a horse. Yeah, you heard right. Jumping like a horse. Is this a fight or a circus act? It's so absurd that it's impossible to take it seriously. Congratulations to whoever actually wrote the editing. It's a fiasco. At one point, JoJo can't stay away from his opponent's testicles. This time with a magic ball, he sucks out his opponent's soul. Ooh, JoJo Siwa. It's not enough to physically beat your opponent anymore. You also take their soul. Is a music video that overdone? And the final scene. JoJo Siwa dances and punches the ground and his enemies faint and die. Isn't that beautiful? You saved the world with a dance move. I've never seen such a meaningless, such a forced ending. No fight, no logic. When I watched this clip, all I could think was this. JoJo, what did you make us watch? In short, this clip is more of a collection of nonsense than a music video. Bad choreography, illogical scenes, and zero meaning. It tries to be fun, but all it comes up with is chaos.
She deserves nothing. Don't have an attitude that you are entitled in this world. You are not. You deserve nothing.
Let's talk a little bit about how she dances. JoJo Siwa has been dancing since she could walk, and is really good at entertaining the audience with her high energy on stage. She usually appeals to a young audience, and she gained some skills by taking part in a dance-oriented program like Dance Moms. Even though she learned basic dance techniques through this program, it's hard to say that JoJo's dancing is very good. She has a strange style that I can't make sense of, and like everyone else, I find it hard to understand. Her movements sometimes seem too exaggerated and showy, especially his famous signature gesture, his head bobbing up and down in an absurd way, making an absurd gesture with his hands, is widely mocked on the internet. There are countless memes and videos on X, the old Twitter, about this gesture. People find it overdone and hilarious. Some even say that JoJo's dance is like a TikTok trend to keep a TikTok trend going. JoJo's stage costumes and general style are also often the subject of controversy. Her colorful bows, bright outfits, and overly energetic demeanor are amusing for some, but for many, they are considered too artificial and childish by the internet. Even the question of whether JoJo dances or just jumps around on stage is asked in jest. Her colorful outfits on stage are disgusting. Despite this, JoJo is very popular among her young fan base. No matter how much people criticize her, it must be admitted that she manages to attract attention with her stage energy and unique style. But when it comes to dance, JoJo's performances can be disappointing for those looking for technical perfection and variety. Now I ask you to support us, subscribe, and turn on notifications. If you want us to produce content, more often support the channel.
We gotta find her. I should call my mom. I don't want her just to be quiet. This is so embarrassing.
The fact that JoJo Siwa got only 30,000 likes despite 5 million views clearly shows how painful the world of social media has become. People watch content but don't show the same interest in liking it. This means that viewers are watching for entertainment, for a temporary thrill, but not to connect with the content. JoJo's crying shows how heavy these reactions are, and how living in this kind of digital world can sometimes turn into a virtual search for approval. And fans need to stop making fun of it. Thank you for listening to me.